there, folks. It's your boy Mac, aka Mr. Burger, with my co-host with the most, Iron Oxide, and
what is going on?
The amazing, the wonderful, the awesome BS Warren has graced us with his presence. Folks, Vaughn is coming on a little bit later. I think he's coming on in the 9 o'clock block. Brian Criscal is lurking about somewhere in Gotham. He's trying to get a scoop for the Gotham Gazette on the Cape Crusaders After Hours accolades. Folks, we are very, very happy to have you here. Everybody who's watching live, everybody who's watching on the restream, hopefully we can get through this particular show without any fucking controversy or some jackass scumbag from the orbit of Dick and crew trying to invade the stream. We are very happy to have BS Warren here. Click the link here in the chat to get his stuff. Support this man in every way possible. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me on, man.
Thank you for coming on. Come on.
Yes, bro.
Iron is a good get, man. Absolutely good get. That's what happens when you have a good co-host. Here's my thing. If Iron ain't showing up, there's basically a 95 to 99% chance we're not going to do the show that week. I learned my lesson from last week with Anthony, who I literally sent about 1,000 messages begging his forgiveness. But I hopefully Anthony, myself, and Iron will be on with John Longbox, and we'll just give Anthony the entire hour to talk about life, the universe, and everything. Anthony is a good guy, really good guy, a prince amongst the community, and we want to make sure we keep him happy. Mr. Warren, how are you, sir? I mean, I know how you are, but tell me how you doing and what are you doing here? Hit me.
Iron said that he'd give me a shout out if I came on and I wore the maid outfit. Nah, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, I'm BS Warren. I'm the Blacksmith of Worlds. I'm the author of Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms, as well as the 2026 bound fantasy series, Fist of Terraheim, and the 2026 bound space opera novel, Heavy Metal Space Quest. Young Monarchs is out now. I ran a crowdfunder for it last year, but I moved into continuous retail for it. So I got a thing. Let me see if I can operate it. Fair warning, I have to stick everything on the same screen in front of me because I get tunnel vision with this mask on.
No problem. I understand. Folks on the refeed and anybody who's watching live, make sure you hit that link in the chat. BS Warren's link to his website is in the chat right now. Click on that link. Do yourself a favor. Here we go. Excuse me.
Heck yeah. But yeah, I'm a fantasy author. I do fantasy. I do science fiction. I eventually, I swear, I'll branch out into comics. Right now, I'm sticking with prose, primarily just because that's the fastest way I can get my stories on the page to share them with people. This is my landing page right here. If y'all click the link and you follow it, it'll take you right here. If you want to snag Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms, click over on this books tab right here. Scroll down. You'll see a quick blurb right here, and then you can unleash the legend on Kindle, or you can claim it in paperback. I don't know if my creator dashboard is going to open up if I click paperback. Let me use some technological expertise. Hold up. I think I got it. Yeah, right here. So if you head over this way, you can see Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms. You can snag it in paperback. I should probably mention what it's about first. So Young Monarchs, Last War of the Eight Kingdoms is an epic adult high fantasy novel about 8 royal heirs who band together to save their world from all-out war following an insane week-long bender on mushrooms. Super high octane story. Yeah, no, dude, that's the tagline. That's the tagline.
You got me.
Yeah, dude. Hey, Master Hobo, great to see you, dude. But yeah, super high octane story. It's got tons of large scale clashes on the open battlefield, royal intrigue, explosive romance. I get crazy with it. I got dark secrets, murder, betrayal. It's absolutely off the walls, and I blend genres with it as well. You'll get elements of fantasy and science fiction with it. And to top it all off, I got a cast of 8 epic main characters right here. How big is this image going to be if I open up? Yeah, and I got
Nice.
I actually got one copy of the paperback right here. These are official, by the way. I got an ISBN form on the back.
Good Lord,
So,
look at
woo!
the size of that book.
Yeah, man, 900 pages of high octane fantasy action. You know, absolutely berserker balls. 100%, you guys should snag one if you're a fantasy fan. But yeah, this is I got Prince Anubis right here in the middle. Prince Anubis of the underworld, Bjorn Heavyhorn of the Beast Tribes, Minotaur Barbarian Warrior, Dragon Princess Kara of the Burning Empire, Warrior Princess, Slight Nymphomaniac, and Daughter of the Dragon Emperor, Prince Tyrael the First of the Shining City of Heaven, and a whole bunch more. You're guaranteed to find somebody you'll love. But yeah,
absolutely excellent. Iron, I'm going to hit him with the first question, and you hit him with the second. The usual Barbara Walters type question: what inspired you to create this book?
So I don't know. This is a bit of an obscure reference. Back in the day, there was a channel on DirecTV, like a kids programming channel. It's called The Hub. Let me head back to this page real quick. But yeah, and on The Hub, they used to air this program called Kaijudo Rise of the Duel Masters. And that was like it was kind of like Bakugan and Yu-Gi-Oh! I keep looking over there, by the way, because you guys are over there now on that monitor. It was kind of like Bakugan and Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you had like different fantasy creatures from like these different elemental themed worlds. Like you had creatures from, you know, the Shadow Civilization, the Nature Civilization, the Fire Civilization. And I found that concept really interesting. And I was like, man, what if I did like a task force? And the original premise was it was the same. It was, you know, mushroom fueled debauchery spirals into international incidents, and then they have to stop a war. But the original cast of main characters, I was gonna just focus on one of the kingdoms, one of the heirs, and then their immediate group of friends. At the time, though, I couldn't figure out which kingdom I wanted to focus on. So I just I was like, I'll leave it be for a bit. And, you know, and I kind of stepped away from the idea. But later on, when I was in my freshman year of college, I was like, you know, I came back to the idea and I was like, you know what? I can't make up my mind about which kingdom I want to do. So I'll just do all of them. And so I did. I just cranked out all 8 kingdoms. I absolutely adored writing this, and it was basically like the story just wrote itself and borrowed my hands. It was awesome.
Oh, what a cool! I'm stealing that. Iron, I'm copywriting that.
Nice.
That last statement there. I want a nickel for every time anybody uses it. That's a hell of a cool thing to say. All right, Iron, hit him with the next question if you would.
Sure, something I'm in like now. If you can't think of any specific writers or anybody that you drew inspiration from, I can definitely see that there are definitely some mythological themes just from the names you were giving me and some of the different things having to do with these main characters. But if any, what different writers and different genres kind of inspired you to get this story off the ground?
So definitely Brian Jacques. Originally this was intended to be a 3-part series, but you know, I had a beta reader go through it, and they were like, you should you know you should compact everything into one big book, because you know it goes by so fast. So when you read it, you'll notice, because when I did that, I restructured it to be more like Brian Jacques is the author of Redwall. I restructured the books to be more like Redwall, where it's one big novel, but it comes in, you know, there are 3 parts throughout the book, like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, kind of like that.
Gotcha.
Excuse me. I've got tons of Tolkien in there. I didn't even realize I had Tolkien until I had a beta reader go through it and said, "You read a lot of Lord of the Rings, don't you?" And I was like, "It's been a while, but yes, I did." You know. And they were like, "Yeah, because I can see a lot of his influence in there." And I was like, "Oh, snap, sweet."
That's a hell of a compliment. Go on.
Oh yeah. And then I've also got I can't remember the name of the mangaka. Let me see if I can hold up real quick. What is it? The Promised Neverland. And I know I misspelled promise there, but Google knows what I mean. Yeah, The Promised Neverland. This is a manga series. It's not an anime. We don't talk about the anime. But yeah, this is absolutely phenomenal. It's a shonen manga series. It's published by Shonen Jump. It finished a while back. There's 20 volumes total, and it is an absolutely it is a staggeringly emotionally compelling story. A lot of my characterization techniques. When I read this, I was in the middle of writing Young Monarchs, and I was like, oh man, I really like how they characterize the villains here. So I actually took the characterization technique that I saw in The Promised Neverland, and I applied it to some of the antagonists in the book. But yeah, and then there's others as well. Obviously, because I've got different civilizations of different technology levels and stuff interacting. It's a little bit like World of Warcraft, structured like that. World of
Okay.
Warcraft pre-DEI, that is. But yeah. But yeah, I pull from all over. I get crazy with it.
Talk to us a little bit about your characters. Go into a little bit more detail and give us a little bit about their backgrounds and their personalities. Tell you what, take the top three, if you will, and go into some detail about what those top three characters are, as well as their personalities, if you would, please.
Yeah. So I'll go into a few. I'll do who is it? I'll do Anubis. I'll do Bjorn, and I'll do Tyrael. For no particular reason whatsoever. I'm not picking favorites or anything. I don't want people making like theories like, oh, BS Warren's favors some of his characters over other. That's why he makes such and such character get their ass beat in this chapter. No, I promise, no favorites. I love all my babies. That sounded a little gay. I apologize. But anyway,
Not at all. Not at all. Please.
yeah. So Anubis, he's the book opens on a chapter with Anubis. He's a master sorcerer. He's trained in tons of disciplines not tons. Pretty much every discipline of sorcery that exists in the world of All Earth, and especially some of the darker types. Necromancy, blood magic. He's delved into all of it. He's an insidiously gifted academic prodigy. And his mother, Queen Asteria, Lich Queen Asteria of the underworld, she is the queen regent until Anubis comes of age due to his father passing away due to an illness, or not an illness, sorry. His father passed away at a young age. So he is what is it? He's about 19 when the book starts out. But yeah, and very Machiavellian. He's definitely a protagonist, but his methods justify his ends, definitely. And he's got protagonist goals. He doesn't reach them in a protagonistic way. But yeah, it is super satisfying to watch him progress through the story. And I've noticed that a lot of my female readers really, really like Anubis. Like I ask them who their favorite character is, and they're like, "Oh, I love Anubis," and I'm like, "Interesting." Yeah, but yeah, Sharpdress man. The nation he's from, the underworld. It's about 3 leagues below sea level. It's located beneath the burning empire, which is where Kara is from. It's a subterranean kingdom, and the capital is the nameless city. I don't really talk much about the nameless city. Anubis lives in the Palace of Judgment there. And then Bjorn Heavyhorn, the Beast tribes. His father, Ragnar Heavyhorn, was the former chief, or the late chieftain, died when Bjorn was young. His mother, chieftainess, is the chieftainess and wild sorceress, Kachane Dark Forest. Bjorn is by no definition the sharpest tool in the shed, but he is insanely strong. his strength, his sheer physical might is already spoken of, with heavy reverence throughout the entirety of the tribe lands. And I know somewhere around here, let me see. Am I about to dox myself by looking at my files? Maps of All Earth, that's what I'm looking for. Right here. Yeah, this one. So
Cool.
yeah,
Wow.
this is where these maps are right at the beginning
I
of
see
the book.
you made your own maps for the book. That's very Tolkien-esque.
Oh yeah,
Very
thank you. Yeah,
well done.
I've
Well
got
done.
history in the back too. I've got appendices. So
Holy
dude, like I
hell.
said, I go crazy with it. But yeah, the Tribelands, this is where Bjorn's from. His longhouse is right here. I just have his longhouse marked because that's where the that's where most of, or a decent amount of the scenes in the he lives in the Minotaur and Werebeast camp. His mother is a Werebore, while his father was a Minotaur. So the clans those two clans kind of united. But yeah, and I keep using clan. It's supposed to be tribe. Clan is from one of my newer books that I'm working on now. But yeah, Bjorn's longhouse is right there. That's the Burning Empire over here. This is a volcanic wasteland. Underneath, I think I opened it twice. Either I opened it twice. Oh, no, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, this is the underworld right here, located beneath the Burning Empire. Palace of Judgment is right there, 3 leagues below sea level. There are 3 airborne or skyborne kingdoms. There are 4 nations on the surface, if you include the northern oceans, and then there's the one subterranean kingdom underground. But yeah, you got the shining city of heaven where Tyrael is from. Tyrael, I'm not gonna lie, Tyrael is he's the hero. He's got his own hero arc. He's part of a race of gold-skinned humanoids that live in this massive citadel floating in the sky, called the Shining City of Heaven. Yeah,
Now,
and yeah,
are these characters locked in combat with each other? Are they all kind of joining forces to stop an overarching enemy? Or is that you're going to have to read it to find out, sort of thing?
Bit of both. Bit of both.
Gotcha.
Well, not a bit of both. Lots of both. There are a lot of big personalities here. Not everybody gets along. And some enormously satisfying ass whoopings get dished out by a few of the different characters because some of them get tired of the other's bullshit. And they also, they're teenagers. They form friendships. They form kind
Clicks.
of relationships. Kind of not kind of relationships, kind of friendships. Like Trajan here, I'm gonna be honest. Trajan at the beginning, not a whole lot of the other characters really take to him, but he's got a ship. But let me put it this way.
I'm going to be honest. That was the first character that caught my eye. I'm like, who's this little guy right here? Because I think I love this guy.
Yeah, this is Trajan. I refer to him as my special egg. He's part of a race of sentient starfaring robots called the Travelers, which reside in this massive fleet of starships called the Fleet in the outer atmosphere or in the exosphere of All Earth. They're about 180 leagues above sea level. He lives specifically in the flagship, and the just side note, the Travelers have access to the Earthburner, which is this massive orbital laser that is capable of destroying entire regions. Yeah, big super weapon, massive deterrent. But yeah, I characterize him as my special egg. He's goofy. You'll see it once he's introduced in the book around like chapter 4. Or no, not chapter 4. Chapter 4 is Raiden. Chapter 5. Yeah, chapter 5. That's when he and Tyrael debut. But yeah, I let me put it this way. You know how sometimes you have that one friend in your high school friend group who, you don't really take to him well, but you keep him around because he has a car. That's basically what it is with Trajan.
Yeah.
He's got a spaceship that they're able to cart each other around in, so they're like, crap.
They have to put up with him.
Yeah, they're like,
you know what?
crap.
Since you brought that up, let's ask a question about the fact that how much of your personal experiences, even though this is high fantasy and a bit of sci-fi, how much of your personal experiences influencing this and your storytelling journey here for this here book?
A little bit, not a ton. I realize there are a lot of there's an abundance of very prominent mother figures, because for a little while during my childhood I did have a single mom. So I was like, oh dang. And that doesn't mean I'm a school shooter, I promise. I know everybody throws that statistics around, but I promise I'm different. But yeah, no, there's some of my own experience, and there's some of my own qualities. I like to think that this is might sound a little gruesome. I like to think that I basically like leave a piece of my soul with each of these characters, just to make them seem extra lifelike, because I want them to be, I want them to come off the page at you. I want the hallmark of a great story is its ability to, grab you by the shoulders and drag you in against your will, That's part of the reason why, Harry Potter was, sold so well, because you were able to quickly form emotional attachments to the characters, very deep emotional attachments, and you were able to identify, or well, I don't want to say identify, freaking.
That's a normal word. You're allowed to use it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Vaughn.
Yeah, we're taking it back. We're taking back the word identify. It's been abused too fucking long. It's ours again.
Any word can be abused, dude. You know what I mean? Even
abused. Ladies and gentlemen, Darnell Quigley and Vaughn Coleman have made
sorry
the
about
scene.
that. I have been dealing with, dealing with printers is it's like there's so much stuff that I didn't know, but I did get my hard copy proofs in today, so that's exciting.
Very nice, very nice.
Actually,
you're lucky. I usually get digitals.
It definitely holding it up to you. You see stuff that you didn't see, because digital, you're like, yeah, whatever, like screen,
Yeah.
But you don't need it. No,
Iron,
if you follow up with another quick question from Mr. Warren.
Yes, I absolutely have one. Now, especially you've got a pretty, you could actually knock someone's head off with that book. I was not expecting the sheer girth. So you've got a lot of content in that one book that if you had your choice to see it really take off, and you had the sole control, but you got to see it branch out into another form of media, be it whether being illustrated into books first, go straight into animation, live action, or even a video game, you could choose any of them right off the bat. What would it be and why?
Well, right off the bat, obviously just as an adaptation for it, an anime, mainly, well, because I'm not entirely opposed to live action. I mean, obviously I can't freaking stand the Holly whack ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we won't have to for much longer. There's a lot of independent studios popping up.
True. Yeah. But I also, if this were adapted into live action, I would have to CGI. It would have to have the CGI. What's the phrasing I'm looking for?
You get the right conventional effects.
Yeah, it would have to have the living hell CGI'd out of it, like Bjorn. Maybe Trajan, maybe not. Probably a little bit Trajan. A bunch of these. Kara's a dragoness, so she's in her humanoid form on the cover, but she would have to be, in order for her to look good, she would probably have to be CGI'd. And I actually like CGI personally, like especially with how far it's come in recent years. I mean, granted, I think, I still think the, Henry Cavill with the crooked lips looks like crap, but I mean, I certainly
CGI when done right, especially like you said, with today's, advancements in technology, given the right people, the right amount of time, the right amount of care, they can do great things. The major studios aren't doing that, even though they have access, they have all the ability to. With all the mistakes they make, it's impossible. But So
Yeah.
but I'm guessing you're leaning a little more toward anime. I mean, at this point, the size of that book, it might last a little longer than One Piece.
Not quite, but maybe. Well, maybe I like to think it'll last people a little bit. Yeah.
If a half-hour episodes, 10 episodes a season, what about 22, 23 seasons?
Something like that, probably. Yeah,
I'd be into that.
I don't know.
That'd be
23
all right.
seasons.
That would
There's
be
75 chapters,
Dude,
so maybe like
For it.
yeah.
absolutely amazing, dude. That is. I had no idea was that. I knew about the book, but I didn't know how prolific of a job you've done. Good God, amazing, folks. The link is in the chat. Go ahead and grab this thing, will you? This guy has done a yeoman's job just on a sheer pages and the quality, the world building. Listen to the world building, folks. You need to pick up a copy of this here book and support Mr. Warren and everything he does. We're gonna run a quick promo and then we'll be right back on the other side when we'll get into what the hell's going on with Vaughn now that the campaign's over. And we'll come back to Mr. Warren a little bit later on in the show. But first, let us talk about this. Right, good Lord, I'm on the wrong folder. Leave us talk about this here for a second.
Check out Kira Watches, featuring Mr. Burger and guest star Scream Queen Selena. Tune in every Thursday at 9:15 p.m. CST to catch the latest in short horror films, indie comedies, and top-notch independent animation. Join us as we dive deep into these films, offering in-depth analysis and opinions on all things comedy, horror, and animation. Don't miss it. Be there or be square.
All right, folks. Once again, Kira Watches featuring Scream Queen Selena and myself watching the best horror shorts, comedy shorts, and CG shorts coming up this coming Thursday, launching very quickly there very, very soon. Folks, Mr. Warren, we'll get back to Mr. Warren in just a moment. Vaughn, what are you up to now that the campaign's over and your head is full of gray hair?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what am I up to? So today I got my proofs. I left them downstairs stupidly. And even as we're speaking, I'm talking to my printing person. I got my stickers sorted out. I have to get my mini prints sent. My book is sent to the printer. We're formatting it, which turns out is way longer process because I got my book done. And so it's a little behind schedule because I want to make sure that, it's great. And definitely the thing about artwork is some stuff is going to get cut from the sides as long as we're just figuring out how to make it work is basically that whole thing. But the email list is signed up. Also, in case it's not enough work, I just got some messages from my colorist for issue 2. Issue 2, 15 pages have been penciled and inked. Penciled and inked, and 10 pages have been colored, and it's 24-page book. So that book is already mostly done. So basically, if you want to do it, just sign up for the mailing list. If you missed the chance to get Phenomenova issue 1, that's okay. Join the mailing list. Or if you did get it, either way, join the mailing list. If you haven't already, I put it in the private chat. Stay up to date because you're going to be notified when it's on my store, when the digital's available. And also when issue 2 launches, which I plan on launching like as soon as issue 1 is in people's hands. So, yeah.
That's where he is, folks. He's aged 50 years during this entire process.
I feel like it, man.
He was a young man when he first started out. Now look at him.
What a year, dude. I keep going, oh man, I only did like one comic book. And it's like, yeah, I did a whole comic book.
Still a yeoman's task.
You should be proud, man.
I know.
Yeoman's Task. Again, both the link is in the chat for Vaughn, and again the link is in the chat for Mr. Warren. Make sure you click on both of those and pick up these great projects. Fantastic to have both of these guys here. Brian Criscal must be drunk and laid out on a park bench somewhere. My God, where is he? Or he's playing hopscotch with a gorilla. I don't know what's going on there. We're also on board here is Darnell Quigley, the quiz master. He's coming up here in about 20 minutes or so with the all-inclusive music trivia quiz with the possibility of doing a little bit of would you rather, but he's going to take the reins here on the music quiz as we go forward. But gentlemen, before we jump back into the main conversation, I think I have a bit of I've been wanting to spring this on people. Some of us here are into strange happenings and strange doings. Vaughn is, and I've been waiting almost a month to ask you guys this question because I cannot figure this out. And I'm into this stuff. I'm going to play you a video. And again, I cannot see strong evidence of CG. It could be CG, but computer graphics, not comic shit.
What are we getting into now?
I cannot see heavy evidence of it. I gotta say, this one throws me. I've already sent it to Vaughn, but the rest of you guys are seeing this for the first time. And again, I don't know. I'm just gonna say it like that. Here we go. Did you see it?
Oh, you said that to me.
Look.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? Hold on. Sorry, I shouldn't.
No, you can swear. You're okay.
Yo,
Wait
a minute.
AI generated Walmart employees.
Yeah. What?
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that kind of throws me about this. You know, normally I've been working in visual effects and motion graphics for more than 36 years, and I can spot the stuff off the bat. And yeah, there's elements of this that look like that, but the thing that throws me, look at the hair. The hair is the reason why we're even talking about this.
What? Wait, hold on. What?
The hair is the only reason, gentlemen, this has even been discussed. The hair, if you notice, the hair moves with the head turn.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
We wouldn't even be talking about this if it wasn't for the hair moving. And I don't know if you notice, the gentleman here up front, he pauses a little bit. You can barely see it towards the edge of the screen. It's almost like he's acknowledging something weird just happened. Let me play it again. Lose the creepy music. Let me play it again. He sort of kind of acknowledges. He's almost like he was walking with her. He saw her do something weird and stopped.
Huh.
Again, it's the hair. If it was pure CG, the detail on that, if it's CG, it's good. Now, as I said, I've been waiting a month. Gentlemen around the horn, what are we looking at here?
I need to know. I always say this with everything. Context. Like, where's the video from?
Well, I tried to get some info from it. It's apparently people are saying it's either from Washington State or it's from California.
Oh,
The
that
video
makes sense.
is several-
That shit's from Seattle.
Yep. People have been saying that it's old. It's about 4 or 5 years old.
But like, who
Uh,
posted it? What was the context? Like that kind of stuff. I need to know.
It was just an employee fooling around. Behind, this is happening not in the main part of the store, but this is happening, in the stock room, in the warehouse area. That's what's going on. So other than that,
AI.
If it's 4 or 5 years old, there can't be AI.
Yeah, I think it's early AI. If we're seeing AI now, it's been available for at least 10 years.
could be. I'm willing to believe that this is a CG effect, but damn, it's a fairly good one. The hair moves across her body as if, normally, like if you were turning your head, the hair falls across her body normally. That's what's so fucked up about it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I saw there was almost a glitch right there when she walks forward. It almost stutters just slightly.
Yeah, right there. Right after the head turns.
So
You also
I'm not
notice-
thinking AI. I'm thinking they filmed 2 girls and somebody with really, really good video editing, especially considering the age. It would predate public availability for AI. So it had to be some really good video editing.
Yeah.
You get 2 women to walk in front of the door kind of in the same pattern, take the footage and edit it, because the second woman's face is completely different. I think she's wearing glasses too. Looks a little younger than the first one.
Mr. Warren, you want to chime in here? What do you think?
Well, first of all, I have one comment, but I'm not entirely sure how inappropriate I'm allowed to be on this stream.
Extremely. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, I bet she gives
You're
like
new here.
fucking exorcist level head.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I also notice at the beginning when she does the first head swivel, she something happens with the back of her that vest that she's got on. Like it doesn't, I mean, the guy moves off screen. If you play it from the beginning, you'll see it. If you pay attention to, right there. Her vest, it like transitions. Like it goes from being the front of her vest. Yeah, right there. And it starts changing. And it goes from being the front of the vest where it like opens up and stuff to being the back. Yeah. And you can see like the words kind of stretch out and form. I wish the resolution was better. Just because then it would be a lot easier to tell, because AI doesn't do text so well.
All right, we're heavily leaning towards either early AI or very skillful editing. An interesting video, ladies and gentlemen, a very interesting video. Been waiting a month or so to show that what's called. Everybody, let me know if Brian shows up in here. Another one we have here in a bit of a phenomenon type situation. Let me get into that. Let's see. Let's get into this one, I believe.
Benikoff claimed that he could fly this thing or levitate it, and it would go around at almost 1,000 miles an hour. Now you ask, how can that happen? Well, he said that there was an energy field that built up around this thing due to this gravity field building up in the platform. And by this thing building up, it built out a force field that basically surrounded him and protected him from the local environment. So even though he was flying at 1,000 miles an hour, you could go, you could be wearing your Sunday best suit and not get it flutter a bit at 1,000 miles an hour. But if you get into the other things he did with shape, they almost mirror the stuff that I discovered. And it proves, I guess, that there's either 2 crazy people in the world, or there's 2 people that have found the same discoveries.
Gentlemen, what you just saw was film Super 8 and Super 16 film of what appears to be a device using anti-gravity. I have always thought that the United States has had anti-gravity devices since 1953. That film was taken in, I believe, about 1967, showing a device that without any wings, propellers, anything, literally hovering and moving forward, backwards, up, and down. First of all, thoughts on what you just saw?
I would
I'm
love
with you.
to, like,
I agree. I believe in it 100%. Whether this specific example is legit, maybe. I mean, it looks pretty convincing to me, especially given the age and the amount of what kind of effects could have gone in. You look at the clothes the pilot was wearing, it was not moving as described, and there he was clearly moving. Could it have been green screen and special effects? Maybe, but that's a pricey prank with no return to have done back then.
we've seen weirder shit that's been pranks online. I'm not discounting it. Let me just say off the bat, I'm not discounting it. We've seen, like,
You can be
stranger pranks.
skeptic, man. Go for it.
I'm that's not really feel like I'm not discounting it. We've just seen some very elaborate pranks that ended up being, like, not real.
Yeah, that's I'm always. Oh, sorry.
No, I would say I would love, like, that's a dream of mine, to be like part of like do like a TV show, travel around the world to like find these people and like see for myself and be like, this is fucking real, people.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that, like, in all honesty, because I believe in the supernatural stuff, I think that the part of the problem that I always have is, and look, I've been guilty of it, but I generally speaking, I think what we want to do is treat it seriously. Okay, like, here it is, but treating it seriously means coming at it from every possible other angle, and then if we can't solve it, then it is supernatural or out of this world or what have you. But you try every practical explanation, and if it can explain it. But even if something can explain it, doesn't mean it does. You know what I mean? But, like, yeah, I think that oftentimes, like, most of the time, it's probably just something normal. But then you have some stuff that you're like, yeah, I can't explain that. Yeah. So.
Well, the one thing about this is it's not anything paranormal. This is just technology that is not well known to the general public.
Right.
So when we see it, we think, that shit's impossible. There's no way.
Have any of you guys?
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was gonna say, have any of you guys read H.G. Wells's The Man in the Moon, or Man? Yeah, The Man in the Moon.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's what this made me think of, because that guy's got, I forget the name of the scientist, but the scientist there, Man in the Moon. That guy, he's got a similar thing where it's like he builds this capsule out of this unknown element, and he basically just like it basically allows him to just float up to the moon. They had like moon cows and shit though, so I know that wasn't real. Yeah, I don't know, unless Buzz Aldrin is hiding shit from us. He likes to pretend that he is, but I doubt he is.
Yeah, but they don't want him doing interviews anymore because
he's pretty much gave away the plot. They were never there to begin with.
He talked about a device, or that we do or someone else does, has a ship or a device that can traverse from the South Pole to the North Pole in 7 minutes. Literally fly from the South Pole to the North Pole in 7 minutes. An interesting statement. He's on record saying that, and that we should be concerned. I believe he actually said we should be afraid of those that control this type of technology.
Like that we can go to the moon in 7 minutes, you said?
No. From the North Pole to the South Pole in 7 minutes.
Was this before or after Alzheimer's? I'm just
why do you think anytime somebody outside of the government controlled sphere if somebody starts coming up with a technology, they suddenly meet a tragic accident. They happen to be on the plane that crashed. They happen to, die of a sudden, unexpected heart attack at 35. Some weird stuff like that. And suddenly all of their, research, the family can't find. No idea where he left it. What the hell?
Yeah, and
Time.
Iron is absolutely right. Well, I'll say this, and then we'll move on to the next one, the last one. A lot of people have invented engines that run on water, that are strong enough to power cars and buses. And somehow, the majority of the people, this is not a joke. This is an absolute fact. A lot of people that create these engines end up dead.
Wow.
And they die either from mysterious illnesses or mass shootings. There's a black guy in Buffalo, New York, that built an engine that ran his pickup truck that was nearly 100 times more efficient than gas running on simple tap water. And he was very ready to go public with it and everything else. He walked into a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, and a whole bunch of people, specifically him, got shot. Very interesting how that happens. This is the last one, and then we'll get back into Mr. Warren and Vaughn here. But I wanted to bring this up because this is very, very recent. This happened as about 2 weeks ago. Here we go.
I've got a question about Starliner.
Houston's with you, Butch. Go ahead.
There's a strange noise coming through the speaker, and I didn't know if you could connect into the Starliner and let me keep mic and let you hear it. I don't know what's making it, but I don't know if it's something that maybe is connected between here and there, making that happen. But anyway, can you do that?
We can configure that, Butch. Give us a minute, and I'll call you back when it's ready.
Okay.
Station Houston on 2. We're configured for audio via hardline and CST. If you want to give us a call.
Okay, I'm in Starliner, and how do you read?
5x5. How many?
Okay, I'm gonna keep the mic up next to the speaker.
Copy.
Hear that?
At negative, Butch. We did not hear anything.
That.
All right, Butch. That one came through. It was kind of like a pulsing noise, almost like a sonar ping.
Yeah, I'll do it one more time, and I'll let y'all scratch your heads and see if you can figure out what's going on. Here we go. All right, over to you. Tell us if you figure it out.
Yep, good recording. Thanks, Butch. We will.
Here's the thing, gentlemen. A little bit of background story. They hear that noise on the Starliner intermittently for for 72 hours. On a secure channel, the rumor is that's the public channel. On a secure channel, Butch and some of the other people on board the ship are claiming that the noise seems to be not coming just from the speaker, but from the outside of the ship. It's almost like it's hitting the ship and resonating inside the ship, which is utterly impossible because there's no air in space. Yes, but they do hear it. What do you think is going on?
So it's a sound they're hearing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's from something in the walls of the hull. I think that's what it is. Because it can't be, there's no way it's coming from outside.
It's possibly if some form of energy is hitting the ship, that energy could be outputting as an audible noise.
But it's not doing any damage to the ship. It sounds like
apparently not. Except generating that sound.
It doesn't change in like its frequency.
Basically, from the research I've done, it does not.
So I'm with Warren. I think it's it's something on the ship that like turns on and then turns off.
It could honestly be like the space equivalent of like when your ice maker turns on, or like when you're I hate to listen. I like the alien stuff, but in all honesty, I feel like it probably is just some mechanical shit in the ship, or someone just flushed the toilet Now it's doing that, like, you know, that thing that the sound it makes sometimes where it's like the water's running.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God. Like, I think it's something just simple and mechanical that sounds weird to us because we're not in space, but they're like, it's like to them, it's something because they didn't really seem to react to it, right? Or
Yeah.
so
Well,
it's
they
gotta be-
reacted enough to call Space Command in
Oh, yeah.
Houston.
Oh, well, then maybe it's something like still mechanical. It could be. I feel like it's probably something like that. As much as cool as it is that it's aliens, I mean, my first thing is what's the practical explanation? And then when all practical explanations fail, aliens.
All
Which
right.
could also be a practical explanation, to be honest. I do believe in aliens, but you know.
Okay. All right. Interesting stuff there. Let's get back and Iron. If you have another question for Mr. Warren, go right ahead.
Oh, let's see. Got my big. That's always my favorite question. Where do you want to see the project going if you had your choice to take it there? Let me see if I can think of another one right off the cuff here.
Actually, I got one.
Yeah, you go for it. Go for it. I got.
Okay. Writing 900 pages is a hell of a thing. So that the amount of discipline that takes is amazing. What would you say to anybody who's endeavoring to do the author thing? What can you say for young authors or people out there first starting out or trying to write their first book? What advice can you give to them to, first of all, maintain discipline? Secondly, keep going. What do you say? What do you say there?
Well, one of the first things I actually recommend to people is don't listen to big name authors. So this is, and you'll actually, you'll see this if you go on Pinterest, and you look up just writer quotes, you'll notice that the majority of the quotes you'll see that come up in the search are from Neil Gaiman or Stephen King. And I mean, there are a few great ones from, Joyce Carol Oates. I can mention it later. But you'll notice most of them come from, Stephen King and Neil Gaiman. That's because those motherfuckers love to hear themselves talk.
Yeah, they don't shut up.
And there's a difference. And this is something I've realized. Eric July, he's actually kind of touched on this because he said once, some people think too highly of their own opinion. There's a difference between, valid writing advice and personal preferences. The God's honest truth of this game is there's no formula. If there was a formula, freaking everybody would be using it. Yeah. And that would be the first thing out of my mouth. I would be like, oh, just go to this page and look at this PDF and you'll be all set. Nah, there's no rhyme or reason to this. Sometimes you're just gonna throw some shit on the page and even though it's whack and defies the rules, that shit sounds fire. And you're just like, damn, I gotta include that. Mm-hmm. So obviously, there's a phrase that I use, whatever works. But the thing is, it has to work. So don't just slap shit on a page. You gotta refine it. You gotta, continue improving. And the best way to do that, just open up your keyboard and write, Do I try? What is it? Do you try to be more original or deliver readers what they want? Dude, I'll be honest. I just kind of wing the shit, and then surprisingly enough, it finds a niche. Yeah, like I've got like I mentioned, like Young Monarchs. The premise is off the walls, but there's a ton of stuff in there. Like I mentioned, like what is it right now? There's a lot of Game of Thrones style stuff in there. And everybody's freaking pissed at George R.R. Martin because he's not finishing the freaking books. And so right there, I somehow managed to stumble directly into a niche. And I mean, I'm doing it right now with my other, my other works in progress. I mentioned I'm working on a space opera that I'm releasing towards the end of 2026. It's called Heavy Metal Space Quest. I've had tons of people come up to my table already I mentioned, even if they're not interested in Young Monarchs, I mentioned, I'm working on, a space opera. And then they're like, oh, snap. Yeah, dude. Yeah, let me take a card. Let me subscribe to your newsletter. Let me get updates on it. Yeah, sure. Hey, thank you for asking. I appreciate it. My thumb is off screen. But yeah. What was the original question?
Yeah,
oh
wait.
yeah, price. Yeah, dude, just put your fingers to the keys and just go bananas.
Yeah, I would say one of the things, Chaka. Now, here's the problem. The problem is that when you start self-publishing, you wear a lot of hats. A lot that, like, for example, when I started writing a comic, I did not expect to literally be looking at lines obsessively, spending this whole day. Like today, I set aside time to write, and then the stuff I had to do before writing spilled over. So you have to understand that. But when it comes to like, try to be more original and deliver with the readers what they want. It's funny. I had people tell me when I first came up with Phenomenova, I've seen this before. This is a teenage superhero that gets powers. Oh, he has an origin story. He has high school bullies, whatever. I've seen this before. Well, you know what? You haven't seen it done by Vaughn Coleman. All right. Here's the deal. The truth is, so I added obviously the post-World War III element, but the fact of the matter is, when it comes down to it, there are people that try too hard to be different. You want to try hard to crystallize your vision and make something great of it, get feedback and all that, but stay true to yourself, stay true to what you want. And the fact of the matter is, if it's good, people will resonate with it. And good doesn't just mean following what screenwriters, what people tell you. It means, like Ms. Warren said, that, everyone has their writing advice, and then you'll always find an exception to the rule. That doesn't mean the rule book is useless. I use the hero's journey a lot. I consult it a lot. I think it's important because it is inherently a fulfilling story just on the outline. Now, break away from it. Does that make your story garbage? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But you have to know the rules before you break them. And overall, I know I've been long-winded, but overall, I would really say what it boils down to is tell your story and make it good. Now, throughout all of human history, there's a reason we have the hero's journey. There are things that resonate. But the truth is
timeless, 100%.
The truth is that the truth is somewhere usually within you. You just have to bring it out, and the right people will follow you. May take time.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's good, it's good. There's stories that you can read that you love that follow conventions, and there's ones you don't. What unifies them is that they're good and that they come from an earnest place.
Absolutely.
And
there's one final thing. We are right at the beginning. We are this is no longer, the age of, the precursor movements and stuff. We are right at the beginning of an iron age of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And dozens of other people have brought this up. There's never been more opportunity for, younger creators or younger creators, newer creators, whatever shit. I say younger, dude, if you're in your 40s, your freaking 50s, dude, now 100%. It's the time to get into it. Hone your skills, get cracking, man. Because 100% you can find more success than you ever would have like 5, 10, 15 years ago. And now you don't have to adhere to industry taboos anymore. Mr. Berger brought up, or I don't know, I might be thinking of something from before the stream. A lot of people talk about, kissing the ring and stuff. You don't have to do that shit anymore. You don't. And not even, especially because I run into that shit a lot. Because I do like prose publishing. There are a lot of literary agents out there that try to puff their chests out and preen their feathers and act like, oh yeah, you have to adhere to the same taboos you did back in the 90s. And it's like, no, screw you. This ain't the freaking 90s anymore, you fucking relic.
Or you have to, the reverse of that the reverse of that I see is you have to appeal to, like, for example, I just went on stream talking about they censored an old New Mutants issue. And it's like, well, what flew then doesn't fly now. Says who? Let the audience decide. Let the free market decide what flies. You don't get to tell. And it's also, it's like if you're going to be independent, be independent. That means, and I this is something I urge people to say: if your audience can be taken away from you by someone else, they were never your audience. Get people that want to follow you. Now it's hard. It's really marketing is going to take up so much of your time and creative energy.
I fucking hate marketing, man.
You're going to have to.
That was actually going to be my next question. Which is harder, the creative process or the marketing process?
Dude, the marketing, man. Look at this. Does this look like I'm good at the marketing part? This is the part that I'm good at right here, dude.
Well, it's not even that. Like for example, I'll give you an example. I had to drag I was already late to the show because I was like, you know what? No, I need to come on this show. Not just because I wanted to, hang out with you guys, but this is part of marketing, right? It's hanging out. It's us talking. This is part of marketing. And sometimes that means you literally have to drag yourself away with that, oh, I want to do it. Or I mentioned earlier today, I had issue 7 that I want to write. Like I finished 6. I didn't get to reread it. Sometimes you have to drag yourself away and know that I was literally in a part in one of my issues where my character was trapped, caged in, and I was like, yes, I get to write his breakout scene. Oh my God, I have to do it for 2 weeks. And suddenly I'm stuck in that cage with that character. You have to learn to be there. But I will say, if you're going to be your whole branch, know there's a lot of stuff. Like selling yourself, selling your product is good. One of the reasons why she did so well and continues to do so well is because go and watch Billy Tucci at a con. He's a salesman. There's a reason why certain books do better than others, and part of it is because they're marketed better. There are probably some of the best comics out there that are sitting in someone's to read pile because they didn't grab someone's attention. Yeah. And marketing is a skill that a lot of people don't learn. A lot of creators are very introverted. A lot of creators don't love leaving their house a lot, don't like getting on shows. It sucks. And I've had people tell me that. So I would say for a lot of people, for most creatives, it is the marketing.
And that is the reason why this particular show exists. There's filmmakers, there's animators, there's comic book creators. There's a lot of people out there like you guys who do great and incredible work, but they just don't like to market. They don't like coming on camera. They don't like talking about themselves. They almost feel guilty about it. So I wanted to create a place where small, mid-size, and creators that are just fed up with the nonsense can come and get their books funded. Now, we're a small deal, but once we get to a certain amount of views, we will become a big deal, and it's not that many. It ain't that many. There's several people in the Holy Trinity that get 600 to 800 live views. That, believe it or not, is not that difficult to get. It just takes time. We want people to, we want people to stick with us, hang with us, and grow with us to the point where we can get people on here to get to that magic number where everybody can get their book funded. And now, folks, let's get to the interesting part of the show where we bring in Darnell Quigley, quizmaster of all things quizzing. This young man, Vaughn, has said some incredibly awesome and deep things here that make people go, wow, I'm really proud of that kid. And now we will humiliate him with his lack of knowledge of music trivia.
So, I can't wait to get it phenomenal over.
Hey, Vaughn, it's okay. I'm just disclaimer. I'm the same age as Vaughn, so yeah. I take the mask off and I look like I'm 30, but that's just because I typeset my own book. So
all right, Mr. Quigley.
Yes, sir.
Read everything. Read all the text, all that kind of stuff. And remember, in these music questions, you are not allowed to answer until the second turn of the music. Music will play twice, 2 clips. First clip, second clip. After the second clip ends, the second clip ends, you can answer the question. Winner walks away with a free t-shirt. We've got an eclectic mix of some good stuff and some absolute garbage. And speaking of absolute garbage,
nice segue.
Okay, Darnell, read everything.
All right, guys, it's time for Name That Tune, title and artist. Put your answers in the chat after the second sound plays.
Oh, God.
Come on, guys. I know someone knows this. Just take a shot.
I can take a shot in the dark.
Go do it.
I'm not. Someone might get hurt, but I'll take that shot.
Hey, I mean, worse things will cancel you. So.
All right. I don't know, so I'm just gonna make up words that sound like they're. All right.
Come on, Vaughn.
Boogie Time by.
Boogie Time. Boogie
Time by.
You know, it sounds like Vaughn's joking,
980
but I've done this several times with Vaughn.
I am
He's
joking.
not.
I am joking. No, I am joking.
He's not.
I am joking. I didn't know what it was. I had no idea what it was, so I was just like, "What is something generic that would be funny?"
If he says boogie time 5 times in a row, I know he's joking.
I don't.
Only thing I'm going to say is the actual answer, and the actual answer is 2 unlimited.
Yep.
Yeah.
No limits
Yeah.
is the answer to that particular one. Moving on with the next
What
one.
the hell kind of name is? All right, sorry,
Dude, that's a
Well,
90s.
It's Euro.
dude.
It's
90s.
Euro trash. Euro
Alright.
trash.
You got any Jimi Hendrix or something?
Was it a Be
I-
My Love?
I could do Jimi Hendrix.
No, he plays only shit that I don't know. Like I went to a Stone
That
Temple
is not true.
Like,
That
here's
is
the thing,
not
I
true.
went to a Stone Temple Pilots in a live concert recently. You know, that was awesome. Never get any of that. It's always like
It's
always-
How
like that a few weeks
dare
ago.
it's always like Emmett Otter's Jug Band.
A lot of stuff.
How dare
A lot
you?
of stuff like that a few weeks ago,
It'll
man.
be like what it'll do is it'll be a band like there's like Stone Temple Pilots and there's like 8th Degree Removed Stone Temple Pilots and that's the kind of shit you're playing.
Hey, he played
Interesting how Vaughn has finally thrown off the chains and lashed out. Absolutely ridiculous. And
It'll be like
this particular tune was overplayed to death on all the alternative rock stations. I hate this group. I hope they die in a grease fire. Let's play it.
Jesus.
In Minecraft.
Fellas. An artist. Again, after the second time the clip plays, what it is, put your answer in.
see what I mean? Like what is this?
I know
my
the
God,
band.
dude. You should know who this is. If you like Stone
Uh,
Temple Pilots and live, you should know who this is.
It is hold on.
These guys went on IRL and they acted like they were literally the second coming of Christ.
Yep.
They literally thought their careers would last 1,000 years.
Yep.
They did.
And they were a fart in the wind in the 90s.
This is not a test, there's no time to moan. How you gonna cope with radioactive buses?
Limp
It is
Bizkit.
311 with Come Original. David and Emily got it.
I agree with Mr. Berger 100%. I could not stand 311 when they came out. It's like,
Nope.
I was in
A
a
very arrogant, narcissistic group of young men,
I
they did not deserve.
I have
the
the
level-
unfortunate
the
Oh
I'd be
shit! I thought
unfortunate-
Mr. Berger was talking about us. He said arrogant, narcissistic. I was like, oh shit, here we go. I'm gonna get now.
I have the unfortunate joy of living in next to the city where they did their 311 Fest every fucking year.
Are you joking?
They're New Orleans, yeah, they did in New Orleans like for like what 7-8 years in a row.
Wow.
That's what they
You're
were
from
doing.
Nebraska? What the hell
Yeah,
band is from
and-
Nebraska?
And dude, it like that weekend, like all my social media feeds were just, good God, 311. Oh,
Absolutely undeserving in every sense of the word. Moving on. Jesus Christ. Here, this group is the worst thing that Canada has ever done.
That's tough. Are you sure
Avril
about
Lavigne?
that? Oh, she's hot.
worse than Justin
I don't-
Trudeau.
Oh,
Is it Drake?
he's getting divorced now.
Literally
Come
the
on.
worst
go ahead.
thing Canada has ever done ever.
I had seen none of these motherfuckers before.
Yeah,
in
this
my
is- this
entire
is-
life.
I think
This is
when
what
you
I'm
find out
talking
who
about.
they are, you'll be a little surprised.
Hang on. Who are some Canadians? Todd McFarlane,
Yes, he's a musician.
Wolverine,
Jim Carrey.
Jim
fucking-
Carrey, Ryan
Second
Reynolds.
worst thing. Oh,
Come on, they had a song and it was popular for 1 week.
Oh, it's these guys. They're
Oh,
not
yeah,
that
I
bad.
know them. Yeah, they're the. Hold on, say the name of the band, please.
Oh,
That band.
if that's who I think it is,
It's
judging
the,
by the fat little singer there.
BNL.
Alpha Flight. The band.
BNL.
Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, what?
I don't know the name of the
them.
song.
Wait,
I-
they're not that bad. They were in Chicken
Bare
Little.
Naked Ladies are they're kind of
Chicken-
stupid, but
I grew up on Chicken Little.
Bare Naked Ladies, it's all been done.
Yeah.
And they got old fast. Now listen. They do a very good live show. They do a very, very good live
when
show.
they're not coked up out of their asses.
But the Jesus, they just were everywhere you turned. If you looked in your closet, they were in your closet. If you opened your car door, they were in your car door.
They're on tour.
There were too many places. Now, Vaughn has complained about my obscurity.
Well, hang on, no, that one I know one little
most of those
slip,
are popular bands.
One little slip was prominently featured in the film Chicken Little, which I did grow up with on. So
that's one of my favorite
You're
films.
an infant, my God.
I remember seeing that in theaters when I was 6 years old.
Good little film. Folks, Vaughn complains about my obscurity, but he is right in this regard. There's going to be maybe about 5%, maybe 10% of the audience has any idea who these people are. Take it away, Darnell.
It is Tyler and Artist. Guess the song. Music trivia. Name that tune. God, I share brain fart.
3 sad semesters. It was only 15 grand. Spinning bed I thought about.
Very few people are going to get that.
Yeah,
I
man,
can't
I
remember
know
the name.
that band. They're the
Not Canadian.
The
Oh,
Doodle Bops.
to quote President of the United States, the thing.
Actually, this band did the entire soundtrack from a really good little cartoon movie called Over the Hedge.
What?
Yep.
Wait, hang on. Hold on. Bowling for Soup.
Really?
No,
hold
not
on.
at all. This is Over the Hedge was a story of a
Matchbox
possum, a squirrel, and a turtle, and a raccoon.
Fun movie.
Saw that in theaters too. Yeah.
Hey, don't forget the skunk. She was bad as shit.
She was cool. And she they stealing food from the suburbs.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Darnell. Wrap it up. There we go. Oh, let me get the music back on. There you go.
You've got your last chances. Yep. Even nails in the band. That's the song. David, halfway there, bud.
Over the Hedge. Shit. Oh my God.
Come on.
I've seen that movie. What other bands?
Countdown from 5,
Matchbox
Darnell.
20.
5.
What are some other bands that were popular at that?
3,
Hoobastank.
2.
You don't know?
It is, of course.
I've never heard of Hoobastank.
Reason to start
It is, of course, Ben's Full 5
What
Army.
the hell is that?
They were a very prominent 90s post grunge band.
Yeah, it kind of like the grunge had started to kind of dry out. Mostly, there was a heroin shortage, and that weird
guys-
clean cut kind of thing started taking over.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
ska started to take off, and these guys
Yeah.
kind of jumped in on it, didn't abandon it as soon as they jumped in.
Folks, we're dealing with the big hair era, the big hair rock and roll era on this one. Here we go.
Yeah! Name that tune!
I hate this group.
Oh, God. I'm so excited now. Title and artist. Second.
Fuck this
song today
band.
on the radio.
Fuck this band. Big haired Aquanet idiots. Fuck this
God.
group.
It's a very long title, too.
No idea, gang? No idea, fellas?
It's
I gotta hear the second half. I recognize it.
Jesus. My idea, hell, is to be trapped in a room with groups like this and Hannah Montana being like played over and over again on a big screen TV, and I can't shut my eyes.
We used to slow dance to this song at fucking church dances.
I hate this group. Folks, this is, of course, Jesus Christ, Cinderella. Don't know what you got.
So,
Oh shit! I know this song.
yeah, it's Cinderella.
He plays obscure. I don't
Dude,
know
I mean,
anything.
they're not fucking Rat, but they're all right.
I don't know anything. He plays obscure shit. You know almost every song.
Another
Oh,
one
Diggs?
from the age of the big hair, who's actually, this group is actually good from that same era. Here we go.
Name that tune, guys. Title and artist. Right now we have a very close race between Emily and David.
Wait. Oh! Wait, hold on. I was. Hold
Come
the
on.
fuck up. I swear to God, I was literally about to say sarcastically after whatever you played that I was sure
Let
I
me
would
give
know.
you guys a hint.
Let me talk. I'm talking. I was about to sarcastically say, "Oh, why don't you just play Def Leppard or something over whatever you're gonna play?" And like, because I assumed I wouldn't know, and then I swear to God, you played Def Leppard, Hysteria, which of course I know. So holy shit, I thought you were gonna play some knockoff band, and I would have my wisecrack was gonna be, couldn't you play Def Leppard? And then you played Def Leppard. Holy
And he played Hysteria.
Holy
Thought.
You notice how Don, I love it when Vaughn gets excited when he actually knows some music trivia.
Because
That's
it's
actually-
like I escape from my cage and then I get thrust back in afterwards.
Vaughn, why don't you know what? Do the honors and tell us what that song is.
Hysteria by Def Leppard.
Good for you, my young man. Good for you.
Def Leppard is good as hell.
Good for you.
They're one of 5
for
bands in
you.
the 1980s that I know.
God bless you, Vaughn. He comes through on at least one of them. And now back to the new age, new wave filth from coming straight out of Britain. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, name that tune, title and artist. Let's go.
What the hell is that?
That's where Eminem got his look from. He ripped it off of this guy.
I'll tell you where it's from, my young friend. Classy music from the 80s.
I love 80s Euro trash, man.
Oh,
I love it. It's so
See,
good.
this is why we need to have, like, you know, we need to make sure the right people get in. Like, if you are the Beatles, that's fine. Like, some people could come in, but then it's like this stuff, like, do we, you know what I mean? Like,
Vaughn, these guys packed in soccer stadiums like you wouldn't believe. They were huge. They were huge. 3 years they were on every time you turned on the television in the UK, from Scotland to Ireland to Britain proper.
They're the
they
Brit
were
Street.
everywhere.
They're the
in
Brit
Britain.
Street Boys. The song is
Yes.
called Head Trauma by the Brit Street Boys. See?
It's a damn fine tune. I don't care what any of you say.
I'm just gonna make up fucking names for the bands.
I gotta be honest, I'm not recognizing it myself.
The Brit Street Boys.
I'll give you a hint.
Skeleton Dance.
I'll give you the band name. How about that?
Okay.
Good.
Erasure.
The fuck?
I've heard of them. What the hell?
Erasure. I've heard of the concept of erasure.
It is, of course, Erasure.
I've
Little
experienced the
respect. Erasure. Little respect. Speaking of worthless sellouts,
Hi, everybody.
We're back. We're back with Name That Tune. Title and artist. 2 clips. After the second clip, put it in the chat.
What? Wait, how are these sellouts? Yes! Favorite band. I don't like the insult, but they're my favorite
Okay,
band.
I've at least heard.
Certified Foo Fighters.
I've heard
Certified
that
Foo
one, but
Fighters.
I ain't guessing it.
What
One of the
fuck?
greatest
I don't know.
bands to ever suffer
My
the
favorite
illness
band.
of TDS.
And
Really? I
considering
didn't know
the
that.
lead singer is now embroiled in a very public "I cheated on my wife for 15 years," I had a kid.
good.
Learn
Good.
to fly. Foo
I
Fighters,
cannot.
come on,
I
my
look.
favorite
I
band.
like the music. I like that song. It's one of my favorite songs of theirs. I like them as a band, but they are pieces of fucking human filth as people. They're horrible
Hang
people.
on. But one thing I remember Dave Grohl saying a while back that he was like, "We don't care what your politics are, you can listen to our music."
No. I'm talking about the whole COVID thing. I'm talking about the whole political thing. Vaughn, they have lost. They've jumped the fucking chart
must be changed.
on that stuff.
I heard about the COVID thing, but I assumed that was the venue's fault.
No,
No,
that
it was
them. That was then.
And
I remember they did say what you said, Vaughn. Oh, that was before. They have long since abandoned that, and now they're kind of just like, if you don't agree with us, you're
worse than the devil.
I never saw, because I still listen.
I still love their music. I would still go see them live as long as I didn't have to take a shot or wear a mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. They are. Ugh.
I still like the band. Still like the band a great deal, but not them.
They're my. Yeah. I don't know. Live might be surpassing them. They're kind of neck and neck right now for me. Yep.
Darnell, officially give him the artisan title, please.
Learn to Fly by Foo Fighters.
Come on, baby.
Thank you.
Learn to Fly, Foo Fighters.
See, we're getting uptick. You know, I'm knowing some of these now. That's good.
You know, Vaughn, of all Vaughn's appearances, this is actually his best appearance.
Yeah.
You know, as far as the panel goes, he's actually winning.
Yeah.
I have had horrible luck.
Good for you, Vaughn.
Vaughn is winning in the panel.
Iron, your wife is now the GOAT for me. What she just commented.
Yeah.
What'd she say? Where is she?
Erased her from Robot Unicorn Attack, the Aqua Teen, the Adult Swim game.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
that's the game that plays and repeat.
Do you know what? That's why Selena's awesome. Her little factoids.
That's awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, title and artist.
Oh, fuck this.
480.
Wait. Hold on.
Mr. Warren, are you a man of the street? Are you a man of the night?
With that chest there, he's a man of the night.
Dude,
all right,
that would be great. Just to market your book, man, just put on a sports jacket, wearing that same tank top and the mask, and just walk down the street moodily with that music playing.
Wasn't that in Beverly Hills Cop or something? I'm not sure. It was in some movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't remember the movie.
All right, wait.
It's gonna be called. It's called Street Boy by Chain Man.
I think it was in The Secret of My Success.
Yeah.
You are right.
I think it was in that what he said too.
Wow, I have thought. Jesus, I haven't thought of that movie.
Secret of My Success is Michael Jackson's greatest movie.
Michael Jackson,
or Michael J. Fox. I'm stuck in the idiot. I'm getting drug flashbacks. Excuse me.
Are you nuts? Have you not heard of a little film called Back to the Future?
That's all right.
This is in Back to the Future.
Right, I've only seen. I just looked up Secret of My Success.
But it's no Secret of My Success.
I've seen the poster.
Disavow.
And what fucking now? I could be wrong. I don't know not to judge a book by its cover, but there's no fucking way that this is better than Back to the Future. Are you?
I'm kidding, but it is a great movie. It's still on top. It's one of Michael J. Fox. It's one of his best movies as a young actor. It was the first movie to use the "Oh Yeah" song that was popularized by Ferris Bueller. They did it first, and they did it better because they're all fucking bedroom hopping. I don't want to give too much of the the movie away.
When the ant nails him, they showed his baby swimming in the pool. That was one of my first hey, what's going on down there?
Oh,
dude, and one of the funniest scenes is he just moves to New York. He's in a really shitty little apartment. We all remember our first apartments when we're young.
Oh yeah.
And he hears the neighbors just loud screwing every night. He can't sleep, and he just gets up and he composes
the sex.
It's fucking hilarious.
Darnell, you want to give us the name of that particular tune?
Oh God!
You
belong to the city by Glenn Frey.
Yep.
All right, there we go. Remembering, I haven't thought about that movie in damn near
a long time. Yeah,
probably 25 years at least.
Yeah.
Okay. She did not kill her husband. They both were on heavy drugs at the time, and that's the end of that. Here we go.
I already know who it is. He gave away.
I know it's artist.
What?
Second clip, put your answers in the chat.
Oh, it's okay. Courtney Love?
No.
The band?
the band.
and the title of the song. You're on the right path. Just keep.
All right, I don't. What the fuck was the name of her band? Love Boat.
Jeez, come on, man.
Jesus
All
Christ.
right.
And they've already said the name of the song.
What did he say? I couldn't make that out.
I don't even know.
Go ahead, Darnell.
Hole with Malibu.
Oh,
Absolutely
Malibu.
fantastic, folks. Absolutely fantastic.
Malibu.
A few more here. A few more.
Please just one.
Few more
Let me
here.
Just get one.
All right,
I
didn't
can't
know
walk
that-
away skunk from freaking Mr. Burger, man. I'm gonna be that motherfucker. They're gonna be like, oh, look, it's BS Warren. He couldn't get any trivia. Oh.
Yeah.
You sound the MC Bat Commander on that.
I like
Don't
Diesel's
forget
chat
to
real
meme on
quick.
him.
You sound
All right, here we
Aquabats
go.
lead singer right there.
More.
All right, here we go.
All right.
More new wave Euro trash coming up. Here we are.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, name that tune, title, and artist in the chat after the second clip.
Things you can't hide. I wanna know what you're feeling. Tell me.
God, I miss the 80s.
All right, I
It
know
was
the
so
colors,
much fun.
so much cocaine.
It's just fun. It was just fun. 80s
It
and
was.
early 90s was just it's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah,
You guys missed it.
I agree.
everyone was just kind of. Everyone's just having fun, man. There with the hairstyles and the colors. 3 seconds.
Never knew that again.
Thinking there are some things you can't hide.
I mean,
It was-
the song utterly meaningless, means nothing. It's just fun. Darnell, you want to give us the answer?
Information Society, tell me what's on your mind.
There you go. There you go, folks. There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent tune. Excellent tune. A few more and we'll wrap it up for tonight. Here we go with this one. What's the best way to describe this nonsense? Huge crush. She likes the ladies. And one of the better things Australia has done.
Name that tune, title, and artist in the chat. Once again, after the second clip.
Oh wait.
She is one of the hottest guests in a Doctor Who episode I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely. And such a waste, boys. She bats for the other side.
Now, she used to be with
All right.
Robbie, what's his face?
I know the name of the
from,
song.
Take
but-
that.
I know the name of the song, but I can't.
I would drink her bath or her dirty bath.
What the fuck is wrong with you? All right, I just ready. I just can't get you out of my head.
Huh?
But I have no. I don't know her name. I gotta be honest with you.
Hey,
That's
you
it.
got further than I did. I heard that song before, but I got
It is Kylie Minogue. Can't get you out of my head. She was with Robbie
Absolutely.
Williams.
Well done, Darnell. Well done. Mr. Warren, at least he recognized it. Well,
yeah.
well
Oh,
done, Mr.
gee,
Warren.
Thanks, Mr. Burger.
You can have the
I
point.
know I'm swinging and missing here. You know what the point is?
No, you fouled it off. You got half a point.
God help us on this one. I don't know if I need to preference it. One of the most hated, loved songs of 1988. Here we go.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, name that tune. Artist, title, and artist. God, brain fart.
I'm sorry, 1984. 1984. Sorry.
Oh,
I had a
yes!
crush on this.
This is a good night. This is a good night. I know this one.
Hold up, Vaughn. Hold up. Don't say anything. Hold up, because I'm going to do a bonus question here. Name the movie.
Yes,
that this was in.
Oh, fuck that.
Yes.
Name the movie
yes.
that this second turn. Wait for the second turn. Wait for the second turn. Here we go.
Let it finish. So right now, this is the time where you're thinking about your answer. You're looking it up if you have to, whatever you got to do to find the answer. So use
Thanks,
this time.
Darnell.
Why
I
you talk-
appreciate it.
Why would you talk about
Is there a wiki how on it too?
I'm trying to toss up a softball to Warren, man.
We are down like
Answer, please.
Toy
Answer,
Soldiers
please.
by
By
Martika.
Martika. Yeah.
And the
Wow.
movie. And
Toy
the movie.
Soldiers.
That's
And the
name of
movie?
Toy Soldiers.
Actually, there's another one.
Oh,
The
really?
first one.
Iron, you want to go ahead and do it?
Boy Soldier.
I can't.
Boy Soldier.
I can see it in my head. I can't think.
Lost Boys.
There we
Lost
go.
Boys.
Step by step.
Lost Boys.
Yes. Yeah.
By the way,
Actually,
she-
the Lost Boys soundtrack. That's one of the best movie soundtracks.
Actually, for
of
that
the
time
80s.
period, you're absolutely. I would not argue with that
For
at
me,
all.
It's The Crow, but yeah.
That's 90s.
Folks, she dropped off the face of the earth and disappeared. Literally, the very definition of one-hit wonder. That's it.
Yeah.
Rumor is she got very
right.
disillusioned, and her parents didn't really want her working in the business.
Wait, wasn't Jennifer
that.
Love Hewitt in Kids Incorporated?
Yeah, Martika
And
was as
wife?
well. I used to watch those episodes.
Now-
Oh God, it was so hot.
She has made enough money from other artists sampling that song.
Yeah.
And it being in other movies since Lost Boys and Toy Soldiers. I don't think she needs to worry
Mhm.
about a damn thing.
No, she's all right. She's doing okay financially, as far
Did she-
as far as I can tell.
Was it used in the
Another
movie Toy
bit-
Soldiers?
Huh?
I thought it was used in movie Toy Soldiers
I believe.
was-
I think so. I'm almost certain of it.
with
Yeah,
one of
with,
our favorite hobbits.
Yeah, with Sean Astin.
Will we?
Bit of Euro trash, heavy club music. Everybody knows this song, but nobody knows the title or the artist. Huge hit, playing all the way through to the year 2004, but it came out in 2000. Here we go.
Name that tune, ladies and gentlemen. Title and artist after the second clip. Do it.
Wait, hang on. I know this
You
one.
could not walk into a club.
Old Navy.
In your
You couldn't
eyes.
walk into a club
Yeah.
in London, Paris, Berlin after 1 a.m. in the morning and not hear that song.
Or Old Navy 15 times a day.
Yeah,
No,
and
it's not.
I've heard this song like 20 times
Yeah,
because
I
it's
know.
actually in Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Played
that's
on the
him, it is.
radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. You're right.
But I
No, what
got,
is
I got,
it?
oh god,
I'm
I
drawing
want
a
to say,
blank.
I
yeah.
know.
All right, here we go on the second turn. Here we're going to answer after the finish of the second turn. Here we go.
It's just so hard. I come on. I couldn't have held like LB for a longer time, boss. All the times I've driven in GTA, and just looked at the song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
know
play-
that song.
I'm drawing a
they-
blank too.
Yeah, they play it on the nonstop pop FM.
Yep.
That channel. But oh,
I've
dude.
run over so many people to this song.
It is Mojo, Lady, Hear Me Tonight, but it's
Yeah.
Mojo, Lady, Hear Me Tonight. And unfortunately, we're going to dip back into the big hair era. I hate this group. I know I say that about everybody who's got big hair, but I really do. You know what? I don't hate all. I love Scorpion. I love Scorpion. Scorpion's
Fuck
great.
yeah, Scorpions. shit.
Scorpion's fucking great. But these guys
Great Spider-Man.
couldn't wash Scorpion's dirty jock strap. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, name that tune, title and artist. In the chat after the second clip. What? Hold on, please. Don't answer yet. Don't answer yet. Hold it to the end of the second clip.
Hate. I fucking hate that.
Really?
group.
Why is that?
I don't like Aquanet because it smells bad, and I can
Okay.
smell the Aquanet off the video.
Yeah.
I can't stand those
All right,
people.
guys.
For me, that's part of my 80s. the smell like that. My mom's schools.
Yeah, you know, when I was growing up in the 80s, I couldn't stand. Oh wait, hold on. I actually know this song.
Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
I know the name is. I know the name is Every Rose Has Its Thorns, but I don't know the group.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. Come on.
I know
I'll
they've
give you a
been
hint.
nailing.
Lead singer had a trashy show on VH1 called Rock of Love.
3 seasons.
You keep making these references, but I was born in 1999.
Oh shit!
There's only
I was in college when you were born.
Okay, Darnell, Quizmaster Darnell, please.
It
if
is
you would.
poison with Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Played at every school dance.
Yep. And you were our age group, man.
You're right.
Like I
You're
graduated
absolutely
in 2000, so yeah, man.
Mine, dude. We played fucking, and I'm sexy and I know it by LMFAO.
I remember that. I remember that.
And then, you know what was the moment I realized I hate my generation? I think was when my teacher started playing. Someone started playing Stairway to Heaven for a slow dance, and they were like, "This is old," and I was like, "I hate my generation."
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Dude, you know what? We had the same.
Miley Cyrus back on. I was like,
They were saying
dude.
Stairway to Heaven's too old when I was in high school and they
Yeah.
were playing it. So I know what you think.
Yeah.
I know what
back
you
in
mean.
the
gentlemen,
Yeah.
this group, I know I've said I hate a lot of things tonight. I've not. This has not been a good rock night for me. I had a much better rock time on Iron Oxide's show, but this group, this is finishing a bad rock night for me because this is one of my most hated metal groups. I hate these guys.
If we're on the same path, I'm gonna love them.
I do not like these guys at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, title and artist of this rock group that Mr. Berger does not like.
I've never fucking understood. They had a huge fan base. A huge fan base.
I'm going to throw in a
never
bonus
understood
question for the chat. If you know the lead singer's brother, who is also a frontman of a massive band from the
bonus points. Iron's doing a bonus point.
Yep, another band I can't stand.
I like both of them.
I do not like this fucking band, Iron. I hate them, and they put on a terrible live show.
Yes, they
Fuck.
Yeah.
I watched
that. They're the Jesters band because you had Jester hat.
I didn't make it 10 minutes watching their live show. Fucking horrible.
Oh god,
they are not great live. I will agree.
It's Team Rocket. Fucking Dr. Eggman.
Put your answers.
Oh, fucking insane clown posse.
Very close, but Quizmaster Darnell, quickly, please, if you would.
It is Power Man 5000 with the song "When Worlds Collide."
Yeah, that album is a sci-fi rock opera. Actually,
I can see that. I can see that.
Finish.
Now
it tells the entire story.
Now the lead singer, his brother, what band does he front? It also shares his name.
Anybody? Count it down from 10. Darnell, 10.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Fuck that.
3, 2, 1.
Answer.
Rob
the brother
Zombie.
is Rob Zombie. Yes. Oh. Now Rob Zombie puts on an amazing live show.
Rob Zombie is amazing. He's fantastic. Fantastic. His brother, however, no.
And that's why they didn't have legs. They could not perform live for shit. I will agree. I concede, but I did enjoy their music, and that I like that he took that sci-fi approach that his brother had. They were very theatric, but their stage show looked good, but the sound quality and it was pretty bad.
Why he calls himself Spider One? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
And the hair got bigger.
All right, here we go.
As the albums went, his hair got bigger.
Last one of the night. This group was beyond popular. They were a super group and then they weren't. I have never seen anyone
Backstreet Boys.
disappear from. I wouldn't dare, not with this group. I've never seen a group of people just disappear off the charts, disappear off of magazines, disappear off the public, out of the public eye faster than these guys did. Literally, they vanished from existence within about 30 days. It's an amazing process. Here we go.
Wow, I might be stumped with this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, name that tune, title and artist after the second into the second clip.
Oh, wait, I know it. Wait, hold on. I know this song.
I enjoyed them when they were popular, and then I instantly stopped caring.
Wait, I think they didn't have some other hits, didn't they? Or no?
Yeah, they had about 7 or 8 big hits.
I hate
Okay,
this
who's
band.
doing it? Who's doing that? Who's doing it? Explain
Me.
yourself.
I hate fucking Air Loose's voice.
Hold on. Oh my
It
god,
makes
he's
me
on the
want
tip
to
of my
punch-
tongue.
It makes me want to punch babies.
I mean, he's kind of got a generic voice, but
I hate it.
Wow.
It's been a while.
Wow.
That's
What
one.
the
That one.
fuck is
It's been a
this? What's going on with you two?
I
It's been a
fucking
while.
hate this band.
Wow.
It's an ex-wife thing. She loved his voice,
Oh,
and I
okay.
fucking hate
I know my
Been
dad
a
likes
while.
this song, but I got no
been a
idea.
while.
Oh
what it
God!
is.
Fuck you! Fuck
It's
you!
been a while.
fucking
It's been a
children
while.
are here.
It's been a while. It's been a while. Hold on.
Come on, Vaughn. You got it.
I'm gonna look it up. Fuck it.
I mean, I could name like Janis Joplin
Well,
or
I
Van
just knew
Halen
the
songs.
name of the song, so I just looked at the name of the song. So I'll give you that I didn't know now I know the name of the band, but I did know that it's been a while.
It is Stained.
Now by
It's
its
been a
Stained.
while.
All right, gentlemen. Ending on a bad note or a good note, depending on whether or not you're insane or have biases towards an ex-wife. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank BS Warren for being here. An excellent artist, a great person, an awesome human being, utterly useless at the music trivia, unfortunately. Except for, of course, the Glenn Fry question, which we just gave him points because. Vaughn Coleman coming through with an actual good performance on the quiz. He is, you know what? I have been waiting
panel
for
winner.
months to say this. Vaughn Coleman, drop your address in my DM so I can send you a t-shirt. Finally, folks, finally, Vaughn Coleman redeems himself after just the most embarrassing run of music trivia that we've ever had. We've been doing this show for 2.5 years, and no one has done a worse job than Vaughn Coleman up until this point. It's absolutely shameful.
Thing is,
But-
Jesus Christ! He's just fucking tearing them down.
But at this point, he's actually redeemed himself like a champ, like a phenomenova. He's a great guy. Way to go there, Vaughn Coleman. But Mr. Warren, tell us once again about your stuff and where we can find you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you can find me, dude. You can find me pretty much everywhere. You head on over to bswarren.card.co. I can share the screen again. I probably have the same window open. Yep. Hold up. I'll where's it at? Where's
Let me
that?
know when
Come
you're
on.
ready.
Yep.
been a while.
Vaughn, you won, but you sucked for so fucking long.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing though. The thing
All
about
right.
me, is because it's not a good show if I just sit back and I'm like, I don't know. So like this time, like every time, now it's a new tradition. If I have no fucking idea, which is most of the time, I'll look at them, I'll hear 2 words, and then I'll just be like, that's the name of the song.
Thank
yeah,
you. Go ahead,
you-
Mr. Warren.
Yeah. You can find me on Twitter. That's where I'm usually the most active. I am on Instagram. You can find all my links right here on my landing page, bswarren.card.co. I'm on Twitter at bswarren3. I do stream occasionally. I'm not super exciting. I mainly just play like Planet Zoo, Stellaris, or Northgard. Usually Planet Zoo lately. Yeah, and raged over Riders Republic Sunday, so I can't play that anymore. But yeah, so yeah, you can find me there. Stream on Kick, YouTube, whatever. Or no, whatever. Kick, stream, YouTube, X, and
Planet Zoo does not look like your
Did I
type of
just-
game. I'm surprised.
huh?
It looks like so. It's just like a zoo simulator.
Yeah, Planet Zoo. Yeah, it's basically like this big sandbox game. I really like it because I really like animals, especially
Said you play all
exotic.
that garbage.
Huh?
Hound said you play all that garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Folks,
yeah.
it's an absolute honor to have Mr. BS Warren here.
Yeah.
He is welcome back on this show
Yeah.
anytime.
I
He's
got
a
a newsletter
fantastic
too.
guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
go
got a-
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was gonna say I got a newsletter too. It goes out once a month because I'm grinding the hell out of Heavy Metal Space Quest and Fist of Terraheim right now. And both of those will be coming out in 2026. I can talk more about those at a later date, or y'all can, I don't know. If y'all are in the chat and you want to know more about them, you can tag me on Twitter. I'll talk about them. I drop teasers for them on social media sometimes when I remember to schedule them. But yeah, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and also I'll be at VA Comic-Con down in Richmond, November. What is it? November 20-somethingth. 23rd.
20-somethingth.
Yeah.
Mark the
November
calendar.
23rd, I'll be in VA Comic-Con down in Richmond. So you'll be able to get your copy of Young Monarchs from me directly there. I'll sign it. You can hang out with me, show me all your sick merch, do all this stuff. And I'll be at Roanoke. I'll be down in Roanoke again in February 2025. Right? Yeah, that's next year.
Catch this man when he's on the road. Catch him when he's touring. Support him in every way possible. He's welcome back on this show anytime. Fantastic. Awesome. We're going to do a trivia-based stuff on fantasy sci-fi. We're going to do trivia-based stuff on Marvel and DC. We're going to do trivia-based stuff on all kinds of stuff
You
here.
promised one of video games to
and one of video games.
yeah, I
Remind me of
forget
that,
who.
Darnell. Darnell, stick around after the show if you would, please.
Yeah,
We got
man.
to talk about some stuff.
Yep.
Von Coleman, what the hell are you up to, my young friend?
So I'm going to be at Baltimore Comic-Con this weekend. So I'm going to be working half days with Michael Golden at his booth. So if you're in that area, stop by.
I actually will be in Baltimore this weekend.
Oh shit! Really?
So maybe I can make it out.
All right, awesome. So I'll be at Baltimore Comic-Con. All right.
I will see if I can get a ride there.
All right, sounds good. Well, if not, I'll be in the city of Baltimore after the con too. So
Right on,
figure
right
something
on.
out.
Depending on what's going on with my family. All
right, so I'll be there. My book is almost done. So if you didn't back it, that's fine. If you want to keep up to date, the best way to do so is to join my mailing list. Should I share my screen?
Yes, please.
All right. So my mailing list, I kind of just stripped it down to bare bones. Just put that email in. Go to Rebel.
There we go. There we go.
Go to
Only because you won.
rebeloasisstudios.com. I mean, it doesn't cost you any money. You know, it's just you just get notified. RebelOasisStudios.com. I'm putting the link back in the private chat. And you just join the mailing list. We are almost at 700 signups. We are at like 688 last time I checked. 12 away. So again, whether you backed it or not, if you backed it, this is also the best way. This is how I update everyone is through the mailing list. So best way to keep up to date on all things Phenomenova is right here. The book, the second issue is mostly done. I have a lot to do. Never enough time in the day, but yeah, the book is being formatted right now, being sent to the printer. It should be printed next month and sent out by the end of it is my hope. By the end of October, and issue 2 is in production. So my hope is that issue 2 might even be done or mostly done by the time issue 1 is finished, and then we can keep that train going. The more I fund, the faster I can keep going.
Absolutely. Support our boy Vaughn. He did a great job tonight. Thank goodness. We are all happy. And Vaughn's a regular on the show. Coming up. Darnell Quizmaster. Quizmaster Darnell Quigley is got some big things coming in the future. we're franchising, and hopefully Darnell will be able to actually do the franchise on Wednesday. Bit of a surprise, but I'm gonna tell more about that on the at the end of the show. But Darnell, we're very, very happy you showed up. We really appreciate it. You did a great job running the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
And thank God you did, because I feel confident you can do the next thing I want you to do. Iron Oxide, for God's sake, please plug your YouTube channel.
I am about to. Now, you may have noticed we took a week off of Rogues Gallery. I had to take an emergency sick day after the weekend I had before that, and if you saw me on streams, you know why.
Strahd kind of got to him.
Yeah. I'm kind of restructuring, getting some more discipline together, but Rogues Gallery will be back not this week unless my wife ends up hosting, which we're still kind of in discussion about that. It'll be a last minute announcement if she decides to do so. If not, we will be back Friday, the 27th, I believe. Let me check real quick to see who our guest will be. I'll have Phil. Fuck off. Phil Diaz will be the guest on Friday, the 27th. And why are you laughing, Darnell?
Hellhound said emergency gay day.
Emergency gay day. Yes, Hellhound.
I didn't want to put that up. I apologize.
That's funny. Good job, Hellhound. And Space Jockeys will be back that following Sunday after we took a little bit of time off. Diesel needed it as well, but we're going to be back better, stronger than ever on. That will be Sunday, the 29th. For our Terminator discussion. The new show is amazing. And if you don't mind sharing my screen real quick, I want to plug something of Scream Queen Selena's real quick.
Plug his wife.
I always do. You're absolutely right. And that's why I'm doing this right now. So let me earn my points, sir. I'm on borrowed time. I leave town Thursday night. All right. Faces of Horror 2024. My wife is currently in third place. If you have a Facebook account, you can vote every day for her. It goes to a good cause, the Starlight Children's Foundation, which you can read more about that. They do a lot of great work. And as you can see,
make sure I get the link.
Very deserving.
Make sure I get the link on that so I can promote it this weekend on the trivia show.
Make sure I get the link in the private chat now, and I'm going to put it in the public chat as well. So please, guys, go and vote for my wife every day. She definitely deserves it. And you can go ahead and I'll pull that down now. And I'll put that
make sure even on the DMs, Iron, make sure I get that on the DM so I can promote that on X and on the weekend show.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. And so does she.
Well, on a Thursday show, that's perfect. Yeah, because Thursday show is all about horror. Folks, as for yours truly, watch Iron Show. Go on over to Iron's channel right now, right after this broadcast, and like and subscribe. If you remember when the Jack Show was actually good and not crap, well, that's what weekend Rogue Gallery is actually like. It's actually a very, very good show. It is the successor to the Jack Show because it's just garbage now. With the exception of Anna and Cecil, the rest of the show is shit. Anywho, this particular thing that I want to talk about now is on Thursday night. We have Kira Watches with myself, Scream Queen Selena. We're watching several really good horror shorts. We have one of the best ones coming up. It involves a young lady babysitting a haunted house, and it's a very unique twist. You'll get to see that on Thursday. Scream Queen Selena will be there. I will be there, and Kira will be there from the weekend show. Make sure you catch that. Make sure you catch us after Flashcast. Every Flashcast. Actually, this week's going to be a repeat. Actually, we're going to do the best of Mr. Berger coming up this weekend after Flashcast because I got so much stuff to do on other things. So we're going to do a rerun show, rebroadcast, and hopefully, if Darnell agrees, we're going to do something very, very interesting on Wednesday night with Darnell and some new folks as we franchise out. And lastly, quiz time's coming back, hopefully with Darnell. Darnell is awesome. Quizmaster Darnell is awesome, way awesomer than I thought he would be. I thought he would be awesome, but he's actually extremely awesome. So we're going to turn some controls over to him. And finally, Iron and I are discussing phenomenon, ghost, UFO type thing, potentially called the Grassy Knoll. A once a month show where we get together and discuss all kinds of absolutely weird stuff. Your favorite guy, hopefully David D, will actually make his first online appearance on that particular show. David D, the bane of my existence, the third wheel, the fifth Beatle, will actually be live on that particular show if we can get him to make an appearance. So look for that. We're going to hopefully get Brian and Vaughn back on that. It's going to be nothing but weird stuff for at least an hour or two. And we'll go down that particular road when we get there. Folks, we've enjoyed it. Thank you so much. B.S. Warren, thank you so much. Vaughn Coleman, thank you so much. Darnell,
Also,
quickly.
subscribe to my channel, by the way. It's my name, Vaughn Coleman.
Yes. Subscribe to Vaughn's channel. As soon as you're done, go to BS Warren, subscribe to his channel. Go to Iron's Eyesight, subscribe to his channel, and go to Vaughn's channel and subscribe to his channel. Folks, that's it. We're wrapping it up. And as always, we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And in closing, I say love, a peace, and a chicken grease. Don't kiss fat, malignant, narcissistic rings. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.